Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. I am your social studies teacher, Ms. Nosheen here, with a new topic today. Our topic today is about family planning and its relationship in improving the social status. First of all, we need to understand what are the aims and objectives of family planning. Family planning means to follow the correct strategies and methods in building and forming a healthy family so that it can achieve its goal and requirements and contribute in attaining the goals and aspirations of society. Like the objective of the family planning is that when a family that the family has all the necessary resources sufficiently enough for a family where the aim is towards the prosperity and a better life for a family. Pillars and aspects of family planning. Now we need to see what are the pillars and aspects which are there for family planning. So the family planning includes reproduction, breastfeeding, nutritional health, premarital screening, budget control, savings, childcare, home affairs management. These all concepts and areas are related to the family planning. Then we will see the organization of childbirth, that why it is needed to have a sufficient gap in childbirth and why there should be a regulation in the family planning in bearing and pregnancy. There should be a gap. First of all, to have children in a certain number and in a suitable period of time in a way that is compatible with the economic and living condition of the couple and their health and psychological state. As we know that in developing countries the main issue they are facing right now is overly populated nations. That whenever you have a nation which is growing rapidly and then you have limited resources, you cannot address to their basic needs. Likewise, if a family who has less resources and not enough resources to fulfill their desires or their basic needs, and they're going to have a lot of children, they will suffer. The family, none of the member of the family will receive the proper education or the proper nutrition, will need to live, the proper food, the proper, or they will suffer with anxiety and stress as well as their psychological state will become affected by the circumstances because of the more population or more children in the family. So, because a family is a single unit of a society, so if we have to ensure the health and safety and prosperity of a family, the aim and objective is to ensure the prosperity, a prosperous and happy family. The destiny or goal is to achieve the family satisfaction, which comes with proper planning and a reasonable gap in the childbirth. So, with the time, when the family grow, the resources grow, the means of income grow, they can have as much uh, offsprings as possible, or whatever their need of the offsprings are. But according to the right time and according to the right planning. The management to reproduction or suitable gap in the childbirth is one of the appropriate solutions to the problem of population explosion in the world. As I clearly stated that already stated that it is a big problem for the developing world who faces lots of population is growing rapidly and the resources are there, not enough resources are there to fulfill their needs. So, if the condition is that, then the country overall will suffer with illiteracy, with low education, low health, malnutrition, and many other such deficiencies, many other such problems. Okay, what are the benefits of regulating childbirth? Number one for child, number two is for mother, and number three is for family and society. For child, it reduces the risk of developing the following conditions: fatal death. What is the fatal death? Fatal death is actually when a child is born and he is dies in infancy, when he is an infant. Globally, the infant mortality rate had decreased from an estimated rate of 65 deaths per thousand live births in 1990 to 29 deaths per thousand live births in 2017. Annual infant deaths have declined also by 8.8 million in 1990 to 4.1 million in 2007. And this all is because of the this phenomena and this area of this new practice of a population, uh, what to say, planning or family planning. We say family planning. Then premature birth. Premature birth is a result of when the mother doesn't have proper care, so it can result in premature birth of a baby. And malnutrition, then lack of physical and psychological health. And when especially for the child also, that premature birth is very fatal for him, for the child, where he's going to lose everything in his life then. And lack of physical, because he won't be strengthened. His physical body needs strength to fight the diseases, prevailing diseases in this world, and but the premature birth will weaken him inside, internally. So if the child who has born is weak internally, it will be a problem for him afterwards when he will grow up. For mother, due to the danger of exposure to childbirth risks such as bleeding, preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is actually a pregnancy complication which is characterized by high blood pressure and signs of damage to that can do signs of damage to another organ systems, most often the livers and kidney. So it's very, what to say, life threatening disease. Then avoid births at late age, because when you are up to a certain age, you feel that your body needs nutrition for yourself. And at that age, if you after 50s, if you are going 40s, in your early 50s, and in your late 40s, you are going to get pregnant, you'll have many complications. Protect exposure to severe psychological pressures. It protects you from all the psychological pressures, like if your resources are not enough, your income is not enough, and you have a lot of, and your baby is coming and your baby is going to be born, so you have all the stress, all of the stress of the world in your, and you'll feel that how I'm going to manage with this um, new baby coming, or new person coming, new individual coming in our family. Then restores the body's health and prevents obesity. It also keeps the body healthy, because if the mother will conceive without any gap, the mother's body will become very weak, because all of the nutrition will be given from the mother's body to the child. When a child's body develops inside the uh, mother womb, it takes all the nutritions from the body of the mother. So, and it also prevents obesity, because a lot of pregnancy will, your muscles will, uh, and very, getting pregnant, without gap can lead you to obesity, because your body muscles will weaken, and you will feel bloated as a result. So it also prevents obesity. Then for family and society, to provide more resources for every member of the family, especially nutrition, clothes, and medicines, which are very essential because this is this at this age where the world is facing too much crisis and unemployment and low paid jobs are there and people are only barely surviving and they are living on from hand to mouth. It is not possible for them to have big families. The better education is only and is can be ensured by having better means or a small family, life facilities, attention and care for children. If you have a lot of children, you cannot give attention to every one of them. If you have few, you can be very attentive towards them. Then better family life. Okay, what are the best benefits of breastfeeding? The benefits of breastfeeding are clean and safe food. Like the mother's milk is the best food for the baby because it is fast in digestion, meets all the child nutritious nutritional requirements because it's natural and given by the Creator Allah Almighty Himself. So it's the best thing, and nothing artificial can be compared to the natural thing. Contains natural antibacterial ingredients and includes protein protection and prevention, protects the child from obesity and prevents malnutrition, strengthens the child's immunity system against diseases and hypersensitivity, and strengthens the child's jaws and accelerates an appearance of his canine teeth naturally. Yeah, the mother milk is very helpful. Scientifically, the scientists has proved that by the mother milk, your child's teeth will be more healthier. Breastfeeding deepens the emotional and psychological relation between child and the mother. Breastfeeding. The mother's milk is the ideal food for newborns, and the child does not eat any other food until the age of 5 months. And it continues to benefit the child development up to the age of 2 years. Infant food. It has not been reached to an alternative food that parallels the psychological, emotional, and nutritional benefits of breastfeeding, as it has multiple benefits. So, no other food or no other milk created artificially can replace the mother's milk or milk. Prenupital examination and objective. Now, what is prenupital examination? First of all, we have to examine that, or we have to understand that. Prenupital examination is an examination, medical test or medical examinations, which you are going to have before your marriage, before you are getting married. And what is its objective? Actually, it is to conduct a laboratory examination of the two partners who are about to marry to ensure that there are no genetic transmittable diseases. First of all, then second, to avoid future problems that severely affect marital relationships. Like there are some genetic diseases which, if any one of the marriage partner, like girl or a boy, man or woman will have, they should be treated before marriage. So it won't be create any problems afterwards, such as reproductive health problems and children's health. To give options and alternatives to the partners in order to plan to build a healthy family, to avoid the risk of carrying same diseases. Sometimes it happens only like few cases or seldomly it happens that the boy and the girl have the same disease. So it will create a rare genetically problems in the child after the marriage. The most common genetic diseases in the Arab world are there are two diseases: sickle cell anemia and Mediterranean anemia. Now, what is sickle cell anemia? Sickle cell anemia is a disease where your cells will, you know, will be actually destroys, and they don't get oxygen, sufficient oxygen. And it is actually one of the group of disorders, and an inherited red blood cells disorder, in which there aren't enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen throughout your body. And normally the flexible round red blood cells move easily through blood cells, but uh, in this your cells become degen to say, and shape of it's the molecule in red blood cell that delivers oxygen to cells throughout the body, and it's a hereditary disease. Okay, what are the benefits of prenatal examination effects on marriage? Prenatal examination does not affect marriages except in rare cases that do not exceed 1% of the applicants. So in the whole world, it's not that if you will go for the few pre-nuptial examination or pre-marital examination, and then your marriage will be affected and you won't be able to marry. No, it's not the case, but it's very helpful in finding out if you have any disease and you need to be treated well for that, and the diseases will be treated and you will be healthier if there is any disease. Most of the time we don't have, but the people who have the diseases, they benefit from it because they just get diagnosed on time, and there is less chances of transmitting this disease to the other person, and where the existing disease must be known sooner or later after marriage. It helps in elimination of any non hereditary diseases, and it helps in actually resolving these problems, where and the after marriage, if you face such things, you will feel much stressed and much underburdened, because you are not only you are suffering, but your family members, your the other half, your husband or your wife is also suffering with you. So it's very important to have pre-nuptial examination to see if there is any disease or any thing, which any ailment which needs to be addressed in time. This is your assessment. Copy these questions in your notebook and give answers. Question 1: what are the genetic blood diseases in the Sultanate? And I, intentionally did not describe the Mediterranean anemia because I want you to find it out on your own. What are the genetic blood diseases in the Sultanate? What is meant by an infectious disease and an epidemic disease? And you, these days, because of some epidemics, one epidemic disease in particular, you already know that what is the meaning of an epidemic disease. So do your assessment, note your these questions, copy these questions in your notebooks, and write the answers. Inshallah, I'll see you with the next lesson soon. Thank you for being with me, and goodbye for now.